What up, what up? Welcome back to the channel. Football is back, and Copycat here again with my match results review.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night.
Hone your skills. Like boy, you in the danger room. Yeah, you in the danger room. Come on now. It's like a dream. Everything moving fast, but you moving slow. Change the tempo, watch we on time. Hey, now you know. Listen to the rhythm we giving them, we bringing it with passion. Smashing. You should just move to my groove. Case in point, watch how.
Like I said, football is back, and I'm excited. We're playing Tottenham tomorrow, and I'm very confident. Oh, okay, no, that's not the right word. I'm not very confident, but I'm confident that we'll win because a lot of our injured players are back. I think I saw Jackson is back. I saw, even though there's been speculation, we haven't seen Palmer on grass yet, but they say he's back. They say Madwike is back. I haven't seen him on grass either. Lavia is back though. Fofana is back. Everybody except I think Giri is back. So I'm really excited for this April fixtures as it is packed. I think we have like 7 games. We have our conference league games as well. And we have a somewhat tough running, and how April goes determines whether we finish in top 4 or not. And I'm really hoping that we do finish in top 4. Now back to the main purpose of the video, the match fixture list review or the match results review. March was a boring month. Let's not kid ourselves. We were knocked out of the FA Cup early, and we didn't reach the Carabao Cup final. So we only had like 4 games in March, and those 4 games were every single one of them was a snooze fest. And if you watch my match predictions, you see that I got most of my predictions correct in terms of the results or whether we are going to win. But man, we really missed Jackson. We really missed. I think Palmer got injured midway through the month, and you know what? Us having 4 games might have been a blessing because if we had had to play more games without Palmer, Jackson, Madueke, and all the others, we would have certainly lost a lot more points. But yeah, I don't really have much to say because, like I said, it's been a snooze fest, but I will still want to make this video. There's still a lot to talk about, especially off the pitch stuff. And I also wanted to explain why there hasn't been any podcast episodes this month of March. Uh, I've been having a lot of Wi-Fi issues, so obviously you need internet to stream, and yeah, I haven't been able to stream because of the internet issues. I even the last video that I put out, which is the review of the adolescent series that I watched, check it out. And yeah, when I was trying to upload that video, it took like 2 3 days to upload, and I'm not even joking. It was, even though to be fair, it was like 4 gig, like the size, but it still took an extremely long time to upload. So I've been having lots of Wi-Fi issues. Hopefully this month the Wi-Fi issues will be resolved, and I'll be able to bring those podcasts to you guys. And because I actually enjoy doing those videos, because I enjoy talking to Nelson, I enjoy talking to Freddie. Shout out King Freddie. Check out his channel. He does FIFA YouTube stuff. So if you are interested in FIFA, definitely check out his channel. He's a Man United fan. So moving on to why we are all here. The month of March, we started off with uh, our conference league games. I think round of 16, yeah. Yeah, I think it was round of 16. But we started off with Conference League round of 16 matches. We went to Copenhagen away. I remember when I think in the last review or in the prediction, I was struggling with the name. I forgot that they just changed the spelling, that it is actually Copenhagen. So I don't know why I was struggling with it. I don't know. Anyway, so we started with a game, away game to Copenhagen, and we managed to win the game. It was a snooze fest. I think the first half we did almost nothing. And Kukurea played a wayward pass into midfield, and Rhys James just latches onto it and scores a screamer from outside the box. Even though, to be fair, maybe the goalkeeper could have done better, but that's what you expect when you play against these weaker sides. So, yeah, Enzo Fernandez got the other goal. To be honest, I don't not remember what how he scored the goal, but I do know that the game was decent. We controlled the game, complete domination. Although it was still boring. Like if you see the expected goals, we even had less expected goals than Copenhagen. But we equaled the same amount of shots, and they missed more chances than we did. We're very clinical. Oh yeah, that's true. Gusto got injured in that game in the first half. Oh yeah, it was Tyreek George that gave Enzo the assist. I think I remember the goal now. Tyreek George has really impressed me this match. Like since February. I think, yeah, I think since February, Chargers has actually been impressing me a lot because I remember initially I wasn't really convinced by him. Obviously, he's a talent. For him to even be amongst the first team, like he must be really good. I think I've seen some clips from him in the youth team, but personally, ever since I think I saw how Hudson-Odoi panned out for us, how Ruben Loftus-Cheek panned out for us, I haven't really put too much stock into the youngsters until they become established in the first team. Because you never know what could happen. Could get an injury today, and we don't know who would come back.
I hate to say it. I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing.
Whether it be the same talent or it be somebody afraid of running the way Hudson-Odoi was when he came back. Like it was. Even Amando Guja, this is how we started up. Palmer was registered for these rounds of the competition, so he started, and obviously we're going through our striker issue, and we saw this youngster Mueka start for us. And to be honest, I'm not going to say too much on him because he's still young, but he didn't really give us much. To be fair, the system probably didn't suit him, or maybe he didn't understand it well enough. But he was part of the reason why the first half was dross, because he wasn't really moving too much and wasn't given too many options. But yeah, Rhys James had the game of his life. Like he's my man. I'm so proud of Rhys James, honestly. Like he has since he came back. Actually, this whole season he has stayed relatively consistently fit, like far more than he has given us in the past 2 3 seasons. And I'm really proud of him and happy that he's been able to maintain his fitness to give us more appearances. Because I rave about him a lot. To me, he's the best right back in the world. But obviously, you can't really shout that at the top of your lungs on every rooftop, every mountain, because he's injury prone and availability is the best ability. Because if you're the best and you never play, like, are you really the best? If a tree falls in forest and nobody hears it, did it really fall? You guys what I'm saying? So yeah, Kukurak had to come on early because Gusto had an issue, and Cole came off at halftime. No, he came on at halftime. Yeah, Morata made some changes at halftime, which helps us get back into the game with the injection of Enzo Fernandez, Kukurea. Uh, to be honest, I'm not sure Cole did much. I think Nkunku actually had one of his better games in this game. But like whenever we play against all the smaller teams, he always plays better. Yeah, it is what it is. So we'll move on to the Leicester City game. I think we're at home, and honestly, like I said in my prediction, I wasn't very confident about this game, even though I thought we would win. But I was less confident than I was against Southampton because Southampton are terrible. They have almost no attacking threat. But at least Leicester City, they have some form of threat, even though they don't really have a lot of quality players. So I was a bit worried. I thought we could have drawn this game, especially Leicester City being Enzo Maresca's old team and stuff. So, so I was a bit worried, but we came out of it. And honestly, even though the game was boring, we didn't score a lot of goals. It wasn't entertaining, but I was actually kind of proud of this game, and I'll tell you why. If you've been following my videos, you know that during that late December and the January matches that I spoke about, I always complain that why can't we win these games 1-0? Like, what is wrong with us? Like, we almost all those games that we drop points in, we scored first. Almost every single one of them, we scored first, and we ended up drawing or losing the game. And I think especially that was it Fulham, no Crystal Palace it was that, especially that Crystal Palace game where I think Palmer scored first, and in the 80th minute or so, like he lost the ball in the middle of the pitch, and we ended up conceding from that mistake. Like, why can't we just be defensively resolute in the sense that we win games 1-0, even though we're not as sparkling best? Because I think that's one of the hallmarks of a a good team, a title contending side, which I believe we should be heading towards, especially if we finish in top four this season. Like that should be the next step. So even though, like I said, it was boring, nothing much really happened. But I was especially happy that we could see out the clean sheet, which in the Copenhagen game I was disappointed because we considered late as well. I think it was a Drewsbury Hall mistake. I think he fell asleep following his marker and stuff. But yeah, I was happy that we could have at least we won the game. It wasn't a good performance, but we won it 1-0. We were able to keep the clean sheet. So and I think we played a bit better. We created more chances than we did against Copenhagen. Palmer missed a penalty. Like so many things happened. Palmer continues his bad run of form. Like when I saw him starting against Copenhagen in the previous game, I was going to think that, oh, okay, maybe he'll be able to get his confidence back from playing all these lower teams, and he'll score, get assists, get his confidence back. But even when he played against Copenhagen, he didn't really do much. He didn't really affect the game so much. And like I said, he missed the penalty, the first penalty that he has missed in his career. And to be fair, I don't really have much of a thought on it because missing penalties is part of the game. Like Ronaldo, one of the best penalty takers in the world, he has missed a fair few. Messi missed a penalty in the World Cup. He has missed a few. Like Mbappe has missed, like everybody has missed penalties. Every single one. Lampard, like Drogba. Okay, I'm not sure. I don't remember, but I would assume that he has. I don't think there's any football player that has scored all their penalties in their entire career. So it is what it is. His first penalty miss, and we still ended up winning the game thanks to Kukurea. Man, Kukurea is probably my MVP of the season. Like he has really raised his level this season. Like he has been a revelation. And Enzo provided the assist. I think it was this the outside of the box shot that Kukurea took? I think it was actually. Yeah. Man, Kukurea, it just keeps impressing me. I think he's probably my favorite player this season, even though Caicedo has probably been our best player this season. But Kukurea has been my favorite because he just does everything that is asked of him. He's everywhere. He reminds me so much of Kante with his energy levels, like how he pops up everywhere on the pitch, and he has even started contributing with goals this season. I think he has like maybe 5 or 6 goals this season, and it's just crazy. But yeah, nothing much really happened, honestly. Nkunku stomped the place out. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with him. When he played well against Southampton, just maybe okay. Leicester City is also a one of the poorer teams, so maybe he would play better. But he still ended up being the worst player on the pitch. I don't know how. Uh, but yeah, it was a dominant performance. Boring. Sanchez came back and go. I don't know why. Maresca, I don't know why you're doing this. At this point, I might have mentioned it in previous match review. Oh, sorry, in previous month review. At this point, I think it's a directive from the board to play Sanchez. I was watching Carefree Lewis's channel, and he brought up this point that kind of makes sense to me that maybe they're trying to sell Sanchez in summer, so they keep playing him to try and raise his value because he was so bad last season, especially after being benched by Petrovic. So I hope that's true because there is no other reason why Sanchez should be playing for us. There is absolutely no other reason. So hopefully that's true and he's gone in the summer. I don't want to see his face ever again playing for Chelsea. Like like the two players that I definitely want out of this club in summer. Actually, no, there are three, but there are two that if they stay, I would actually be upset. That's Nkunku and Sanchez. Like if those two stay, I would genuinely be very upset. Because I want the Disasi to leave, but I won't be upset if he stays because I think he's a good centre back. It's just been unfortunate with having not having space to find like to play in centre back. He's always playing right back or right centre back, and he doesn't have the pace or the agility to play in those areas where he always and he also like he's prone to mistakes. So he's kind of left hung out to dry in those positions. So it is what it is. Neto really has been doing a good job playing in striker for us. Like he gives us that intensity in pressing that we have missed from Jackson ever since he got injured. Even though he doesn't provide any impact in terms of goals and assists, but at the very least, it offers something. At least he's trying efforts that Nkunku doesn't give us. So yeah, the dross fest, the sleeper fest, the slumber party continues as we move on to the Copenhagen game at home. And man, I don't even know how we won this game. I'm never going to lie to you. The goal that Jules Hall scored is one of the luckiest goals I've ever seen. Because he just I don't know, he tries to dribble in between so many players and the ball just kept bouncing off of everybody and just miraculously landed in the best position. And thankfully, to be fair, it was a very good finish. And thankfully he was able to put the ball in the back of the net because that whole game was pathetic. That whole game was pathetic. And we didn't even dominate the game we the way the previous games were. At least like it was boring, but we were dominant. But we didn't even dominate the game. Like Copenhagen, they were an actual threat in that game. They were a threat, and like they really came out and they wanted to do something. They didn't want to lose that game, and it showed. Palmer came off. Okay, no, he came on at halftime. Like we had to bring up Palmer at halftime, and even though at the time I didn't really have too much of an issue with it, even though at the back of my mind I was like, we don't really need Palmer though. But hindsight, he shouldn't have done that because we ended up missing him against Arsenal. It's one thing to play without Jackson and Madueke in these games. We obviously lose out on a lot of attacking talent, but at least we still made created chances. Even though Palmer was off form, he still did things in games, still garnered attention and created spaces and all of that in games. But then when you don't have Jackson, Madueke, or Palmer, those are our top three goal scorers, top three assisters. That's our entire attack. That's actually our entire attack. Like without three of them, we do not score goals because Sancho doesn't shoot. Neto doesn't offer much outside of his energy levels. Nkunku offers absolutely nothing, even even energy. He doesn't even offer that. Like Terry George offers something, but you can't be relying on a teenager. I think he's still like 18 or so. I don't even know. And who else? Mudrik is suspended. Like that's our entire attack. And if I had known in my predictions, if I had known that we're going to miss out on Palmer, even though I still would not have predicted us to lose, but I said a draw because there's no way we could have won that game. Arsenal away. Oh, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting ahead of myself because there's actually nothing much to speak about in this game. Enzo wasn't good. We came off at halftime to rest him. Caicedo was decent. Like I don't know, the team didn't really play very well in my opinion. It was good to see Badiashile back though, even though I don't really rate him as a defender, but it was good to see him back either way. So yeah, I've already started talking about it. So let's just move on to the Arsenal game. So the Arsenal game, gosh, like it was a nothing game, honestly. It was a absolutely nothing game. Sanchez again cost us points because we could have drawn that game. That game could have easily ended 0-0 if Sanchez didn't just, I don't know what he was doing. But like I said, it's so boring to talk about Sanchez. It is so boring. Because, like, what else am I going to say? I can't keep repeating myself every single time I complain about this guy. I just hope he goes this summer. I don't want to see him again. Because at this point, I've given up on Maresca dropping him because I think it's a directive from the board. Even though I still blame Maresca for playing him because he's still the person that chooses the team sheet or chooses the starting level. But I think I don't believe that Maresca actually thinks he's a good goalkeeper because everybody and their mother and their daughter in the football world sees that Sanchez is not a good goalkeeper. So I cannot believe that Maresca is so stupid that he actually believes Sanchez is a good goalkeeper. So hopefully he leaves in the summer because I don't understand why we still persist with this guy. Honestly, personally, I would take the loss. I will take the loss. I'll sell him for free. Like because what he's not offering anything to us. It keeps costing us games. Keeps costing us games. Hmm. Anyway, so they scored the goal 20 minutes in from a corner. They haven't scored a corner in how long? And of course, people end their dry spells against us. I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, they scored the corner. It was a good header to be fair, but it was a slow looping header. It wasn't like hit with pace and whatnot. If Sanchez was on his line rather than tussling with whoever I was tussling with, he would have easily caught the ball, at least swatted it away. And yeah, we barely created anything. 0.3 expected goals, 8 shots. I don't Let me even check, see all stats because I don't remember. Okay, 2 shots on target. I generally don't remember those 2 shots on target because we did not do anything in that game. It was good to see Fofana back. He was our best player in that game. Jusby Hall was just rubbish. Jusby Hall frustrates me because I've seen him play well. I have seen him play well. Sancho is Sancho. He doesn't shoot. He didn't play well. He had a very quiet game. Like I don't know. I can only speak well about Fofana in that game. I'll be very honest with you. I'll be very very honest with you. And Kukurea almost scored. Ah, I think that was actually that's the only shot on target I remember. Kukurea almost scored when Raya fumbled it. I don't know how he got 8.3 though. When we had 2 shots on target. How does he get 8.3? Anyway. Yeah, I don't think anybody in the attack was good. I think Rhys James was actually decent. I think he was actually decent. We saw Lavia come on, which was good. Yeah, Caicedo was good as usual. I can't really speak of anybody else because they were all. Tyre George was actually okay. Like I said, he has been impressing me of late. He needs to improve on his decision making, but he has been improving though. So yeah, yeah, those were the games that we played in March. If you go back to my predictions, I got three outcomes right. I said we're going to win the 2 games against Copenhagen and we're going to win against Leicester. I thought we would win against Arsenal because I expected that kind of game. Like they didn't really offer much, and we didn't offer much. If we had Palmer like I expected us to, I think we could have actually won that game. But this is what it is. You get what you get. And yeah, grading for grading for the games in March. Now, even yeah, we played 4 games, we won 3, we lost 1. That's on paper, that's good. But you also have to factor in the performances. I don't think we had any good performances, and our goals came majority of our goals came from defenders. With James Kukurea, none of our attackers scored. We didn't like. I think our combined XG for all 4 games is not even up to 2. I don't think. Or maybe it's not even up to 3. Let me just say. It's not up to 3, definitely. It was a disappointing month. It was boring. The Arsenal loss really makes things worse. Even though, to be fair, it's because of the lack of our attack, like our three attackers. Because everybody else, can't consider them attackers. I don't know. Because I can't consider Jadon Sancho as an attacker because he doesn't shoot. How can you be an attacker when you don't shoot? Nkunku is like, at this point, he's a nothing player. He offers nothing except we're playing Southampton. Um. So yeah, on paper, this should be like maybe B plus, A minus. But because of the performances, I have to dock a lot of points. Uh, I'll say C plus because we did win 3 games out of 4. So it was a C plus, and it is what it is. So moving on to my team XI for the month. Neto remains in striker because we don't have any other striker. I can't in good conscience put Nkunku in this lineup because he offered absolutely nothing in March. Actually, for most of the season, he has offered absolutely nothing. Tyreek George has impressed me, so he goes in. Palmer, even though he didn't play too much, because I think he only had 45 minutes in the. No, he started in the first Copenhagen game, got 45 minutes in the second, and he didn't play in Arsenal, but he's still one of our best players. So he gets in. Caicedo Fernandez, not much to say. And I'd rate Kutosin, and Kowu has been getting on my nerves, but I don't really rate Badiashile. And for fun, I only played against Arsenal, I believe. So yeah, yeah, I don't rate Sanchez. So Jorgensen goes in goal. Now that brings us to the end of the match review. Sorry, it's like this, but I think the way the matches go will determine most like my energy levels because I don't know how to make any of those games sound exciting. Maybe it's something I need to learn, but at this point, I don't know how to make any of those games sound remotely exciting. But we move. Hopefully, April is a lot better with our attackers back. We have at least one of our attackers back because I know for sure Jackson is back. The other two, I don't know. We might we might see them, we might not. But Jackson is definitely back, and that will give us a massive boost, especially with Lavia being back. And I hope he doesn't get injured after after his first game again. So yeah, thank you for watching. I appreciate every single one of you that supports. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. You can also hit the notification button so that you can get notified when I drop videos. And thank you.